why is this program so important?
Okay. So, I mean, as a former law enforcement officer, I mean, I think we both understand that the need for some, not necessarily a change in direction for peer work as we know it, but maybe some new options, maybe a gap filler that we've kind of missed along the way post-incident. And what I mean by that is equipment, offerings, a lead by example of how to lead a life of resiliency and practice resiliency in your life. So you're more familiar with that life, with that go-to when something does happen.
So you mentioned law enforcement specifically. Is this program for other first responders as well?
Yes, Kevin. It's for all first responders. Police, fire, EMS, communications is who we offer this service to right now, and everything we do is free to them. The state made a big investment in them as an individual, as a human. And that's what's really separating our program apart from any other program in the country right now.
Well, you spoke about the commitment that the state has to this program. What services are available through this program?
So some of the services that we offer are built around resiliency again, and I'm more concerned about learning how to live a life of resiliency than defining, because we have many definitions of resiliency. But that's what we built the pillars of our program at the Oklahoma First Responder Wellness Division. We built that foundation of these pillars around resiliency, focusing on the body, the mind, and the spirit. And you know, with our body emphasis, we've set up a statewide network of functional fitness exercise boxes all across our state, to include a mobile platform as well, so we can come in to serve an agency as they need help build a nutritional plan, workout plan. I mean, there's so much science correlating the positive outcomes as a stress reliever when you're practicing some type of physical component in your life. On the mind, mental side, it's holistic in nature in itself. We have LPCs on staff, licensed professional counselors. We have a ton of equipment that no other group does under one roof in the country, that offers all these components, some targeting REM sleep and just sleep in general, stress, burnout. We have a new neuro program focusing on brain performance, sleep performance, just promoting a better outcome at home. Under that also, we have a new financial offering built specifically for first responders that applies to any stage in the game, whether you're coming through CLEET as a cadet or getting ready to retire. This program is so unique because it's targeting first responder problems when it comes to finance. I'm really proud of that, and thanks to CLEET, we're pushing that forward. I think it's going to be very instrumental in all of our health in general, to promote a better financial way of life. Spiritual, a lot of people confuse that and go straight to a church or religion. Well, the true definition under spirit or spiritual is words like community, connection, being part of something bigger than yourself. Well, what we're promoting there is, hey, we want you to be a good officer, we want you to be a good deputy, a good agent, a good trooper, a good firefighter, a good medic. But we also want you to have some identity outside of your workplace. And identifying some communities and ways to grow outside of your work is so important. We're seeing that now more than ever with people retiring or leaving early, thinking they're going to walk away from this and only to discover they have no mission, they have no purpose. So there's some outside programs we're working with, some nonprofit programs that are really good, doing some really good things in our state. We're set up in such a way with so many different offerings here that we can bring so many options to agencies, but mainly the first responder as a person.
So So Danny, this is all very intriguing. What can we do to help you promote this program?
Well, first, I'm really excited that CLEET's one of the biggest leaders at the table. Been involved at the wellness division from inception, and with the director and assistant director really pushing this in a very progressive way. So first of all, we really appreciate that and what all CLEET's doing. And one way that they are helping is looking at mental health training outside of the box. Yes, we're still going to offer in-class training for your mental health hours, but I think there's some better options also. I'm not saying the option, but there's not just one thing that works for all. CLEET's been very instrumental in helping us move to the next step. So we're grateful of the vision that's at CLEET right now, and being here with us today, participating in some of the equipment offerings that we have is one of the best things that we could do, because you'll now know what we're doing hands-on and the benefits.
All right, so I've got two final questions for you, Danny. You've showed us around the place here. It's very impressive, the resources that you have available for first responders. There are always some people that would mention their concern with confidentiality. I'd like for you to address confidentiality, and then I would also like for you to share with us, how could I get in touch with you all? How could I contact you all if I wanted to know more about your resources, or if I wanted to maybe even schedule an appointment with you all?
Both great questions. Probably one of the most important is the first you ask of confidentiality, because if people don't trust us, they're not coming. And that's been a hang up of for a long time with the first responder community. We've got trust issues, and I've been one of them. So we have a state peer law that once you reach out to us, you're legally protected. It mimics that of an LPC client relationship under HIPAA, but it stands alone as a peer law for us. It's 122506.2. The only thing that would deviate our communication to break that would be if we believe there's been a felony committed, or you're about to harm yourself or someone else. Outside of that, we can't be compelled by your employer. We don't share any information with your employer once they reach out to us and we begin work, unless that first responder requests us to. The second, how can you get in touch with us? We'd love for as many first responders to start following our social media. Oklahoma First Responder Wellness Division on Facebook and Instagram. We also have our own website, OFRWD.com. You can message us through Facebook to request information specifically, set up an appointment, or you can go to OFRWD and reach out that way to schedule an appointment.